Hello friends, my name is Vijay Shrestha. In this video, we're gonna discuss about basic Python interview question. Please watch the full video. Definition of Python. Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language with dynamic semantics. Its high-level built-in data structures combined with dynamic typing and dynamic binding make it very attractive for rapid application development, as well as for use as a scripting or glue language to connect existing components together. Python is simple, easy to learn syntax, emphasizes readability, and therefore it reduces the cost of programming maintenance. Python supports models and packages which encourage program modularity and code reuse. The Python interpreter and the extensive standard library are available in source or binary form without charge for all major platforms and can be freely distributed. What are the key features of Python? Python is an interpreted language. That means that unlike languages like C and its variant, Python doesn't need to be compiled before it is run. Other interpreted languages included PHP and Ruby. Python is dynamically typed. This means that you don't need to start the types of variables when you declare them or anything like that. You can do things like variable x is equal to 211 and then variable x is equal to I'm a string without error. Python is suited to object-oriented programming in that it allows the definition of classes along with composition and inheritance. Python doesn't have a specifier like C++ public, private. In Python, functions are first-class objects. This means that they can be assigned to variables written from other functions and passed into the functions. Classes are also first-class objects. Writing Python code is quick, but running it is often slower than compiled languages. Fortunately, Python allows the inclusion of C-based extensions, so bottlenecks can be optimized away and often are. The NumPy package is a good example of this. It's really quite quick because all of number crunching it doesn't actually done by Python. Python finds use in many spheres: web applications, automation, scientific modeling, big data application, and many more. It's also often used as a glue code to get other languages and components to play nice. What type of language is Python? Programming or scripting? Python is capable of scripting, but in general sense, it is considered as a general purpose programming language. Python, an interpreted language. Explain. An interpreted language is a programming language which is not in machine level code before runtime. Therefore, Python is an interpreted language. What is PEP8? PEP stands for Python Enhancement Proposal. It is a set of rules that specify how to format Python code for maximum readability. What is the difference between a list and a tuple? List and tuple. A list consists of mutable objects which can be changed after creation. A tuple consists of immutable objects which cannot change after creation. List has a large memory. Tuple has a small memory. List is stored in two blocks of memory. One is fixed size and the other is variable size for storing data. Tuple is stored in a single block of memory. Creating a list is slower because two memory blocks needed to be accessed. Creating a tuple is faster than creating a list. An element in a list can be removed or replaced. An element in a tuple cannot be removed or replaced. A list has data stored in square brackets. For example, inside its square brackets 1, 2, 3. A tuple has data stored in small bracket. For example, small bracket 1, 2, 3. When to use it, tuple and list. A tuple should be used whenever the user is aware of what is inserted in the tuple. Suppose that a college stores the information of its students in a data structure. In order for this information to remain immutable, it should be stored in a tuple. Since lists provide user with easier accessibility, they should be used whenever similar types of objects needs to be stored. For instance, if a grocery needs to store all the dairy products in one field, it should use as a list. How is memory managed in Python? Memory is managed in Python in the following ways. First one is, memory managed in Python is managed by Python private heap space. All Python objects and data structure are located in a private heap. Programmer doesn't have access to this private heap, and the Python interpreter takes care of this instead. The allocation of heap space for Python object is done by Python's memory manager. The core API gives access to some tools for the programmer to code. Python also has an inbuilt garbage collector, which recycles all the unused memory and so that it can be made available to the heap space. What is namespace in Python? A namespace is a naming system used to make sure that names are unique to avoid naming conflicts. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe our channel and also like our Facebook page PR Coding. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.